Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Greater Life, Greater Impact. I am Janet. I'm your teacher today. Well, maybe not your teacher. I'm a facilitator. I'm going to take you guys through a wonderfully powerful healing exercise today. I typed into the chat box earlier this morning, hey, buckle up everybody and get comfortable because we're going to release the effects of 2022 today in a healing session. And Carla typed in, fun. I was just working on my whole life. Laugh out loud. Yeah, so we can do this little bits at a time. We can do it one chunk at a time. You can do it one hurt feeling at a time. You can do it one negative, unhealthy belief at a time, or you can just clump it all into the whole year, bundle it all up into a big, beautiful package and release it. And that's what we're going to do today. Before we actually get started, I want to talk a little bit about some things that pertain to healing on the quantum level, healing on a cellular level, on a spiritual level, and an energetic level. So there are natural forces that exist inside of you, deep within you, that are designed to bring you back into a state of wholeness and healing. And once you know how to tap into that stuff, then it becomes a game changer and it becomes an incredibly powerful way to live your life. So I want to help you learn how to tap into that today. Many of you who have been with me on this journey for lots and lots of years and months, you know that the very first thing that we do is we get centered by putting our attention and our awareness inside of your body. And the reason that we do that, the reason that we take our awareness and our attention, we go within, is because your body is deeply and profoundly connected to the now, which is also connected to your spirit. Your brain is very distracting, and it's so busy analyzing and computing and comparing data that it has a very, very hard time being in the now. It's almost impossible to be in the now when you're up in your head. And so the best way to do it is to drop out of your mind, out of your head, out of your thinking, and just drop your awareness and your attention from your brain down into your body. I'm going to give you just a few minutes to just slow down your breathing for a minute and just become very in tune or attuned to your body. I want you to become very aware of what's going on inside of your body. What are you feeling? What are you noticing? Take your attention and your awareness and just drop down deep inside. Take a couple of breaths to get there. If you want, it actually really helps to slow down your breathing. And then I'm going to invite you to place your awareness at the root chakra at the base of the spine. One of the reasons why we go to the root chakra at the base of the spine is because the root chakra is your foundation. It's all about stability and safety and security and familiarity. It helps you to feel grounded and safe. And it also helps to eliminate fear in the body. So just breathe in nice and deep in through your nose, out through your mouth. On the exhale, drop your shoulders, let your body let go of those little pockets of tension that you're storing. Maybe you're storing tension in your eyeballs, in your face, in your mouth, in your throat, your jaw. Open that up, stretch it out a little bit. Maybe roll your head around on the top of your shoulders and just open up some space there. And just feel yourself letting go. So healing then is a process of tuning in to deeper levels of healing power, divine healing power within you. Your spiritual self is hardwired to seek for it, to seek out balance and harmony and love. And so in order for us to allow that process to naturally happen, this self-healing, spontaneous healing process to naturally happen, we have to let go. There has to be a level of letting go. So just bringing your awareness down to the base of the spine, then drop your shoulders on the exhale, relax your face. You can even yawn, open up your mouth, stretch out your face, open up this space deep down where the root of your tongue is, and just allow that all to relax. Dropping your attention down as you breathe. Once you feel that you're settled into the base of the spine and you're just kind of grounded into the base and also under your feet, preferably, hopefully your feet are flat on the floor and you can feel the ground pressing up against your feet and you can feel your feet pressing down against the floor. I want you to pay attention to that space between your feet and the floor. If your feet are not touching the floor, then think about your spine. Think about the base of your spine pressing in against the chair or whatever you're sitting on, and feel your spine pressing down against it, your foundation. We're also going to take the time, as you drop your awareness down into your body, take the time to expand your consciousness, your presence out into the room. So go ahead and take up more space. Pretend that you are this big, beautiful, shiny ball of light like the sun, and your energy, your essence is shining through the floor, through the ceiling, through the walls, the corners, the cracks, the crevices, and your light actually goes out deep into outer space. As you drop your attention down to the base of the spine and from there spread out and expand out, what ends up happening is you feel more grounded, more connected to the earth. You feel more stable, more resolute. You'll be stronger. You'll even notice, when I work with people and I take them through a healing process, such as centering, sometimes even your voice will change. It'll sound deeper. It'll sound more resolute, sound more present, connected. Next, I want you to just focus on the breath. Breathing really helps us to open up space. So let's just do some tapping. You can do open or just fingertips if you want to. Tapping. And breathe. Breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. You can also tap the top of your head. Opening up that space, waking the body up, tapping the eyebrows, the front of the eyebrows, the side of your face. Keep breathing, keep softening. Breathe in, breathe out. Nice big breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. On the exhale, I want you to soften your shoulders, drop your shoulders. Let's wake the body up now. I'm just going to have you do a closed fist and just open up space in your arms. Across the upper chest, the ribs. Keep going, and I'm going to let these people into the class while we're doing that. Keep going. And when you're ready, go ahead and just soften, drop your shoulders, relax your hands in your lap, and breathe. Breathing helps to bring balance. It balances out the chakras and stabilizes your energy systems, all of the meridians. It helps to bring balance to the meridians and open up some space. So as you breathe in through the nose, I want you to pretend that you're breathing in tons and tons of liquid light. You're breathing balance. As you breathe out through the mouth, slow your thinking down. Slow your breathing down. Drop your shoulders, relax, relax. So now as you breathe in, I want you to I'm just going to invite you to call in your higher self. Now you can do that a couple of different ways. You can say the words, I am. And then breathe it in. Bringing it into your lungs, bringing it into your circulatory system, bringing your I am in to the bones, the tissue, the cells. Every single tiny particle of you, you are breathing in the essence, the energy, the presence of you. Breathe that in. Call your higher self in to every single particle of material that makes up your body. Just call it in, down into the bones, down into the legs, the feet, the hips, bringing your awareness down to the base of the spine. And then also just allowing that higher self, the I am, this brilliant, golden, luminous, radiant light to just purge through your whole body as it shines through every cell, every molecule, every atom, every subatomic particle is being illuminated by you, by your presence. Now, as you breathe out, open up your auric field. So push that light out, just like you stepped into the center of the sun and the sun stepped into the center of you. Open up that auric field. Think of the words open. Think of the words surrender. Think of the word release, open. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up the room that you're in with your own energy, with your presence, your essence, your consciousness. But keep a portion of your consciousness connected to you at the base of the spine, dropping down deep into the foundation of your soul at the base of the spine. As you open up your auric field, what that does is it allows you to open up space so that you can heal, so that you can let go. We talked about healing is a releasing. It's a letting go so that you can be. So you can be the version of yourself that no longer requires clamping down and tensing up your face and your throat and your gut and wherever you notice symptoms. It's about letting go and allowing for free flow. So pushing your auric field out then on the exhale as you expand and fill up the room with your energy and your light. What that does as you open up your auric field is it allows more space. It allows for energy to flow freely. And that's what we want. We want flow. Think about what happens in your physical body when flow gets shut down. Either your heart, your circulatory system, your elimination system, if any of these systems gets shut down and bogged down, you'll have some serious problems, even death. So we want flow. That's a natural sign of life, is flow. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through the mouth, put your awareness at the base of the spine, spread out. And I want you to just say, you can say out loud, I want you to use your voice, but you can say out loud, I am. Call that I am presence of yourself into your bones, into your body, deeply in. And then I want you to also say out loud, I put myself in my body now. I put myself in my body now. Remember, your body is a lot more powerful than your brain. Your brain is a useful organ, and it's wonderful that we have it because it helps us to interface with this dimension, this 3D world that we live in. But your body has access to divine, infinite intelligence. Your body is not overthinking things. Your body is in a state of now. It's present. It's aware. So I want you to be aware of it dropping down out of your brain. So I want you to practice this on a feeling level. Let's get into our bodies and let's just notice what we feel. Notice where you feel it. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep that breath flowing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Again, today, what we're focusing on is letting go, because healing is the art of letting go. Forgiveness is a tool of that art of letting go. So, are you willing to let go of the old parts of yourself that showed up in the year 2022 that are now ready to evolve into something better? Are you ready to let go of the old and open up to what's possible in the new? So let's do this. Now that you're centered, now that you're grounded, now that you're in a lot more of a foundational state of relaxation and consciousness and awareness. Put your awareness at the base of the spine. I want you to think about, let's just hold in our hands a big imaginary luminous radiant golden ball of light. And this ball of light represents the year 2022. It's a hologram. It represents the entirety of your year, from the beginning to the ending. So how was your year? What happened in 2022 for you and through you? What were the experiences that you enjoyed? Think about that for a minute. Put all of those experiences into this big, beautiful ball in front of you. It's a hologram. You're going to have to use your imagination. You're going to have to use your intuition. Just put all of those memories, all of the things into 2022. Put your bank account in there. Minnie says, is 2023 supposed to be better? That's a great question. That's for you to decide. You're the only one who can decide that. I mean, it can be if you want it to be. But if you want to focus and dwell on the pains of the past and fear the pains of the future, then 2023 is probably gonna kick your trash. So as far as what's going to unfold for you in the year 2023, that's up to you. And it's primarily up to where you decide to put your conscious awareness, primarily, because you're creating your external world based on where you put your attention, based on what you're focused on, based on how you are consciously moving about your day-to-day experiences. So again, put that big, beautiful hologram of the year 2022 in front of you. Put all the good memories in. Now start putting all the other memories in. Were there bumps and hurdles? Were there challenges? Were there things to overcome? Were there problems? Was there stress? Did people reject you? Did they hurt you? Did they speak evil towards you or about you? How does it feel when you think of it? Think about the whole year. Run through the entire year from top to bottom in your mind and put all of these experiences into this luminous, radiant, big, beautiful ball of light. I'm going to give you just a couple more minutes to put all of 2020, every single month, every single week, every single day, every single hour, every single minute, every single second into this big luminous ball of 2022. Okay, now drop your attention back into your body. I really need you to be centered and grounded for this next part because we're going to release. we're going to let go. And so just like if you were holding a big boulder or a big rock or a stone in your hands, and there was a pool of water underneath you, like a deep, beautiful well of water. When you're ready, I want you to take a big breath in and a big breath out, and I want you to just release and let go. Drop it. Drop that year into the water, and the water just cleanses it and purifies it, and it drops down, 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 down. And as this big ball of light drops down into the water, it begins to dissolve, disintegrate into the water. It's cleansed, it's healed, you've let it all go. So as you breathe in, breathe out, keep your awareness at the base of the spine and spread out the entire time that you're breathing. And are you willing to let go of the old version of yourself? Breathe in, breathe out, drop your shoulders. Letting go, letting go, letting go. And are you willing to let go of the rules that you made up for yourself in order to keep yourself safe? The rules that you created in order for you to feel safe. Are you willing to let those go? Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. Drop it down into the water. We're going to keep dropping all of this stuff that comes up. Keep your attention deep down at the foundation of your soul, at the base of the spine, or under your feet. And are you willing to let go of the hurt feelings, people who harmed you or wronged you, all of the people? Are you willing to let go of your feelings about that and your beliefs about it? Breathe in, breathe out, let go. And again, are you willing to let go of the old you? Just say yes and let go. Breathe in, breathe out. And are you willing to become somebody new? Are you willing to become somebody new? Just say yes. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Are you willing to let go of everything that you think you need to hold on to from the past? Are you willing to let that go? Breathe in, breathe out. Notice where you feel tension in the body. Notice where you're feeling resistance to these questions. I want you to just pay attention, notice it. Are you feeling some heaviness? Minnie says, in the individual moments, it was hard, but looking back, it was not so bad. Good. Good. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it's not so bad. I survived. I'm still alive. Are you willing to surrender to divine, infinite possibility? Are you willing to surrender to your highest good? Are you willing to let go of everything you think you need to hold on to? Are you willing to let go of the people who have attached themselves to you? Or maybe you have attached yourself to them because you don't feel safe. And are you willing to let go of the people that you have attached to who have latched onto you through their suffering? They've projected onto you. They started to cling to you in some way. Are you willing to let go of other people who have attached themselves to you through their pain? Breathe in, breathe out. Drop your awareness down to the base of the spine. Drop your shoulders on the exhale. We're looking for surrender. We're looking for non-resistance. We're looking for the feeling of letting go through expansion. So as you breathe out, push that aura out. Let your light spread out, take up more space in front of you, behind you, above you, below you. Are you willing to let go of outcomes? The need for things to play out a certain way? And are you willing to let go of the need for people to love you or like you? Keep breathing, keep softening. I want you to notice where you're feeling it in the body. If you're noticing any tightness or heaviness or discomfort or pain or just a heavy, clunky, gunky energy, notice where that shows up for you. Is it in your face? Is it in your gut? And just breathe into that. Breathe into that space where you feel it the most. Could be in your shoulders. Go ahead and just release. You can massage that area if you want to. You can tap. But mostly breathing, we're opening space so that you can let go. So healing is the opportunity to let go of the past, to open up space for the future, for potential, for possibility, for hope, for desires, for love, for expansion. This is the opportunity to evolve from a low vibrational being to a high vibrational being, and to transcend these lower level emotions and beliefs that keep you stuck, that hold you back, that cause literal physical suffering and pain and symptoms in your body. Are you willing to let go of what's writing the code to that stuff? Are you willing to let it go? The truth is, you are perfectly made. You are perfectly designed. And this tension that's showing up in your body as you're striving to let go of the year 2022, those are parts of you that you're not willing to look at and you're not willing to release. So just go into them, drop down to the base of the spine, breathe and soften, and open up that space. Expand it, let go of the tension, let your muscles soften and surrender. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through the mouth. Keep your attention at the base of the spine. Think about the year 2022. Think about relationships. Think about your memories. Think about the circumstances. Think about what was on the news. Think about what went on in your household on the home front. Think about what went on at work. Think about the challenges you were faced with. Some of those memories might bubble up. Just remember, we're releasing the entire year, not just specific memories. Put them all into that big ball and just drop them into the pool of water in front of you. And as you drop these energies, these memories that are coming up, as you drop them into the water, I want you to just release, let go, like you drop a stone into a pool of water and it ripples out. Keep breathing with your eyes closed and your attention down in your body at the depths, the foundation of your soul. Breathe. Let it all leave and soften your body and surrender. And can you let go some more? And can you let go even more than that? And can you let go even more than that? Maybe there's a little bit of self-judgment or self-disapproval in there. And can you let that go? Breathe in, breathe out. Now we're going to breathe out on an ah sound. Ah. Just drop down deep into your body. Breathe out on the ah sound. Ah. You can tell that when you make sound in your body, it actually vibrates. There's resonance in there, and it helps to elevate your frequency. You can feel the stuff leaving. Continue to breathe out on that ah sound and keep yourself allowing yourself to just let go, allowing it to leave, shaking it off. Now, here's what we're going to do is we're going to shake off some of the tension from the year 2022, some of the emotions. So I'm going to invite you all, hopefully I can stand out without ripping apart some of these cords, just a second. So we're going to stand and we're going to just gently bounce like this. And as you bounce, you can shake your hands, bend at the knees. So I'm going to sit while you do it, but just bouncing, bending at the knees gently, like you're on a little mini trampoline, just bending. And as you bounce, shake, and let that shaking get more vigorous, like you're shaking off a sticky feather from the tips of your fingers. It's stuck onto you with glue. You're trying to shake it off. Keep bouncing, keep shaking. Roll your shoulders. Roll your head, open up some space there. Keep bouncing, breathe deeply, nice and deep, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep shaking, keep shaking. You can actually shake your head back and forth if you want. Okay, now stop. And just stand still and breathe. Breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. Drop your shoulders, relax your face. Let your awareness sink down into the foundation of your soul at the base of the spine. Just dropping, relaxing, letting go, letting go, letting go. Open up some space. You can sit back down if you'd like to sit back down, but I want you to just notice the muscles, wherever you feel that tension. Breathe into that region, open up some space. So if you feel a heaviness or a tension or a tightness or even a pain, I want you to just take your awareness and go into the center of where that is and expand it out. Push your aura out with the breath. Could you be willing to open up more space inside your body? And more. And could you be willing to open up more space by letting go? Just dropping any more fragments that are coming up for you, drop them into that pool of water and let it ripple out. There we go. Dropping people into that pool of water. Challenges, memories. And the pool of water is just going to dissolve and disintegrate. Take your attention to the base of the spine, dropping down, down, down deep into your body. When you get out of your head and you get into your body will take care of that for you. Next, open up your aura even wider and wider. Go out into the universe with it as far as you can open it. Open it big and wide. Keep your attention at the base of the spine. Now, any current problems that you're dealing with right now, any current afflictions, addictions, suffering, anything that you're dealing with right now, notice where you feel that in the body. Notice where you feel the tension, the restriction. Minnie says, I feel tingling and I feel like crying. Okay, so the tingling is good because you're opening up space, you're moving energy. Tingling or numbness, that's energy moving through you. So just let yourself cry it out. You can even say out loud, I feel sad. And breathe into that sadness and let yourself feel it. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself feel it until you're ready to just breathe it out. Keep your attention at the base of the spine as you're breathing through all that. Take that problem that's connected to the crying. Take those problems that are connected to these clunky, heavy feelings in the body and move it outside of the body. And just drop it down into the pool of water. Allow your attention to stay at the base of the spine, but allow the entire center channel from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet to open up and expand and get bigger and bigger and bigger until that feeling starts to dissipate and feel lighter and lighter. Just come back to it. Now, where do you notice it in your body? Did it change? Did it move? Did it get less? What are you noticing? Is it gone? Breathe into that area. Now, as I bring up the questions of what hurt you the most, what devastated you the most, what bothered you the most about 2022, just kind of find where that lives in your body, find where the sensation of it is in your body. Where does it feel heavy and gunky and clunky around all of that? What is the greatest challenge for you now moving forward into 2023? What's the biggest obstacle you have to overcome? What are the biggest blocks that are preventing you from moving forward? Think about that. Locate in your body where you feel that and more. See if there's any more that comes up. Again, we are releasing the entire year of 2022. So put that into the hologram, drop it down into the water and breathe. So we're going to do 20 fire breaths just to get energy flowing and moving. We did some bouncing to get energy flowing and moving. Let's do some breathing. Breathing really helps to open up space, and the breath will bring balance to your energy system. So your chakras and your meridians and all of the channels in you. So go ahead and place your awareness at the base of the spine. Breathe in through your nose, out through the mouth. We're going to do 20 fire breaths, like you're blowing out a candle. Okay, so let's do 20 back to back. Here we go. Ready? Go. Good. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Allow any of that unwanted energy to just drop down through the base of the spine, down through your feet into that big pool of water. Breathing it out through your feet and your hands. On the exhale, think about your hands and feet. On the inhale, think about breathing in liquid light, everything that you need. And I also want you to think about, on the inhale, breathing in the person that you're capable of becoming. Who do you choose to be? Who are you capable of becoming now that you're not carrying around all of this baggage from 2022 anymore? Sense it with all of your senses. Just notice it. Keep breathing. You're kind of in a recovery phase of fire breathing right now. So while you guys are going through recovery phase, I really want you to stay in the body. Do not leave the base of the spine. Do not leave the base of the spine or under your feet. While you're breathing and recovering from fire breaths, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to teach you something, a really powerful thing as we go into and embark on the year 2023. So give me 1 second. Here we go. All right. This is a chart that I use in my Greater Life, Greater Impact certification program. You can see there's different levels of transformation. At the bottom is your foundation. This is well under your feet. This is down into the earth. And the energy that exists there under your body, those lower chakras that live underneath your feet, are all about alignment. It's the energy of aligning and being stable. As we move up into the root chakra, which involves the base of the spine all the way down underneath your feet as well, this entire area, this is about your environment. This is about stability, safety, foundation. It's about standing on your own 2 feet, standing up for yourself. And then here we have the base of the spine. This is really where consciousness transforms. If you could spend the rest of your life thinking from the base of the spine instead of being up in your brain all of the time, you would be divinely intelligent. It will literally change your life. If you can be in your body, the base of the spine represents the foundation of your soul. It's a connecting point. It's a portal to your higher self. Now, this midline represents your center. So that's really where we're going as we draw our attention into our bodies. We're going into the center. It goes down both of the legs and into the ground. But this base of the spine is a powerful place. It's a juncture in your body. And the base of the spine is connected to the root chakra, which is all about environment, safety, stability. So this is a place where we go to eliminate fear. It's a place where we go to stand firm and resolute in our lives and to have confidence in where we're going. Then you go up a level into the sacral chakra. This is all about, as far as transformation goes, this is all about behaviors. So you can make changes on like if I made a change on the alignment level, this basically is me going to a different area of the planet and standing up in it. So if I were to move from my house here in Missouri to China, it would feel very different to me. I would have a hard time feeling grounded. It's about aligning and regrounding and repositioning. The environment, you can change your environment. You can make a change in your life, definitely by changing your environment, right? You can clean your house. You can buy a new house. You can go to the mall. You can go to church. You can change up your environment. You can turn on some music to make your environment different. And that can assist you in your transformation as you're healing, right? Aspects of yourself. But then we can go up here into the sacral chakra. This is the level of changing of behavior. So the sacral chakra, again, it's about desires and passions and living your life's purpose. It's about tuning into what you deeply desire and using all of your senses to do it. And so that is what engages behavior. Now we come up a little bit from the sacral into the power center, which is your solar plexus. This is this yellow circle right here. This midsection in here between the sacral and the solar plexus, this is the level, it's the upper solar, but it's the upper sacral, the lower solar plexus. It's all about strategies. So this is the place, this is your personal power, but it's also about changing behavior. So you can see that a lot of people, when they want to make big changes in their life and they want to set goals and they want to become somebody new and they want to develop new healthy habits, this is the level that most humans make changes in their lives. This is the level where they use brute force to change behavior and establish like a 12-step program or a strategy to get to where you're going. This is one of the hardest places to create transformation in your life. But this is where most people do it from, is a strategy. They have to strategize. They have to figure out the steps. They have to figure out the logistics and the logic and the reason behind it all. And then they have to use brute force to push themselves through it and make it happen and make themselves perform that behavior that they want their transformation to look like. Do you see how difficult and agonizing that way is? There's a better way and more effortless way to create transformation. So here, let's just go up a level. This is your power center. It's the solar plexus. It's about trust and control. The heart is about beliefs and attitudes and values. Do you see how sometimes in your life, if you just change your belief about something or your attitude about something, or the way that you see it, the way that you value it, you can create powerful change in your life just by changing beliefs, rather than coming down here and forming a 12-step system to get from point A to point B. So this is at minimum a higher level of change, a higher level of transformation. Then we can go up into the throat chakra, which is about free will and choice. By making different choices, exercising our free will and agency in different ways, unique ways, we can make amazing transformations in our lives. But here's where it really gets powerful, is on the identity level and up. So these higher three chakras, this is your third eye, this is your crown, and this is the soul star chakra. When you take your desire to transform and your desire to create something new up to the level of your identity, your purpose, your passion, and change it on a spiritual level and an identity level, and you change the energy from what it once was, gunky, heavy, stuck energy, and you turn that energy into unconditional love and truth and light and enlightenment. That is where permanent, powerful, and sometimes in some cases, instant change happens. And I shared this with a client just this past week in a session this week, but I'm going to tell you a story. One of my teachers on my path of enlightenment taught me about something that happened in his life, and it demonstrates this level of change and why this level of change at the identity level is so powerful. His dad was a smoker. He had tried the 12-step programs that are out there to help you stop smoking. He had tried all kinds of different methods to stop smoking most of his life. And he said, when I was little, we went on a vacation. We were sitting out on a lake in a boat, and my dad was rowing the boat, and us two kids were in the boat with my mom. And I wanted to help my dad overcome his addiction of smoking. So I picked up his cigarettes and I threw the whole pack into the lake, and they got ruined. And he was not happy. He said, my dad was livid and he yelled at me, and it was not a good situation. And instantly I felt really bad for what I had done. Then my mother stepped in and she spoke up for me, and she said to my dad, don't you see what he did? He's trying to help you because he loves you. He wants you to live a long, healthy, happy life so that you can be there for him because it matters to him. He took a huge risk knowing that you were going to yell at him. He took a huge risk because he loves you. Can't you return that same energy back to him and love him back? And in that moment, he said, my dad had an epiphany moment, and he realized that he didn't want to be the kind of person that was a smoker, that was sick all the time, that didn't have good health, and that couldn't be there for his family and his children. And in that moment, something flipped in his brain, at the identity level, and he no longer wanted to be that kind of a person. And he said that was the last day he ever smoked a cigarette. He never picked up another pack again from that moment on. And it wasn't because he went through a 12-step program to try to force his behavior with brute force. It was because he changed his identity on the identity level, and something powerful shifted in him, and he was able to reconnect to his higher self. And the interesting thing that happened from that was that he became a powerful advocate for people who wanted to quit smoking, and helped them in that process as well, based on his experience. So now that change is permanent because he's taken it to the purpose level. He's created a purpose for his experience. He found meaning and purpose in it. So do you see, when you take it from an identity level up into spirituality, and then return yourself to a place of unconditional love and enlightenment, that not only is the change permanent, but it can be instant, instead of needing to take you years and years and years to overcome. All right, we have questions. Shauna says, I just realized I've had a similar transformation in my life. I never thought about it that way. Thank you for sharing that story. Yes. So the reason that I brought this up today was because I want to share with you just how powerful it is when you transform yourself at the identity level, rather than going through the brute force behavior and strategy level. So I'm going to stop the share now. Let's go back into our healing for just a moment. And that's exactly what we're doing as we let go of the year 2022. You're finding exactly where in your body you have been storing this out of alignment energy that's not serving you, that's holding you back, that's weighing you down, that's keeping you stuck. And we're releasing all of it and letting it go. So on the identity level, then, I want you to put your awareness back into your body. Go deep into your body. Go to the base of the spine. And I want you to think, who am I? Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth, drop your shoulders on the exhale. Who am I? Who am I if I let go of this entire year? Letting go of all the energy. You don't necessarily have to let go of all the learning, but you can let go of all the parts of you that lied to you, all of the parts of you that were lied to, all of the parts of you that were hurt and betrayed and belittled and diminished and made to feel like you weren't enough. Just letting that go. How you see yourself matters. In fact, how you see yourself matters more than how you think other people see you. How you see yourself is what largely governs your immune system, your ability to create, your ability to manifest, your ability to attract the things that you desire, your ability to meet people where they are. Karen says, it's in my lower back. Okay, awesome. So when things show up in the back, oftentimes it's because of something in the past. Now, your back, your spine, and your hips have to do with support and balance. So who can support you the best? You. You. Now, lower back can also be about finances, financial support. So I want you to just drop down into your body, go down to the base of the spine, and just expand that space out, push your auric field out. And I want you to say out loud, I am all the abundance I will ever need. Carla says shoulders. Okay, shoulders are about bearing burdens that don't typically belong to you. Right shoulder, probably financial burdens, left shoulder, family burdens. Julie says, I choose to release self-deception, shame, guilt, unforgiveness, self-blame, and punish. Blame and punish to others. Yes, good, let that go. Right shoulder. Okay, then there's something financial going on, possibly. The right side of the body is the male side. It's the masculine energy. And so that has to do with finances. It has to do with moving forward in life. It has to do with engaging. And this too could be, perhaps there is a male figure or an authoritarian figure of some sort in your life, a person, an organization that has tried to project dominance or control over you, or hasn't supported you in the way that you wanted to be supported or needed it. Yeah. Carla says both. Yes. Okay, breathe into that. We're going to do 20 more fire breaths. Let's just do 20 more fire breaths and release whatever else is coming up now for you. It's good that this is coming up. Notice where you feel it. Notice where you notice it and how much. Good. Keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Drop down to the base of the spine. When you identify a problem, try not to judge it. Just notice where it is in the body. Try not to come up with an answer. Try not to come up with a solution or a strategy. Just go simply to the energy and engage that energy. Breathe. Put your awareness at the base of the spine and soften. There are no steps. There is just being. You tapping into your own beingness. So as you ask the question again, who am I? Breathe into the base of the spine, at the foundation of your soul. Breathe out. Just be there with that energy. David's iPhone says, pressure in my head and face. Oh, it's Pam. Okay. Pressure in your head and face. So pressure, think about the word that you use, that you chose to use. What kind of pressure are you putting on yourself? This is identity. Your head and your face is about how you see yourself and how you think other people see you. And even if you feel that other people are putting pressure onto you, it's not really about that. It's about, how am I putting pressure onto myself? Sit with that feeling for just a minute. Just sit with the energy, be with the energy, breathe and soften, putting your attention at the base of the spine. Be with that. Be with all of that pressure and just let it go. One of the reasons why people don't shift and why they don't change and why they don't feel the effects of the healing is because they're trying too hard to have some sort of strategy about the change. When if you just go to the identity level and ask, who am I with this problem? And who do I get to be by choosing to let it go? Shauna says pressure in the heart. Shauna, who do you need to forgive? The heart is about love. It's about beliefs, attitudes, values. I would also ask you, if that person flashes into your mind, what is the belief around this person? How are you judging them? What is the attitude? So we don't want to get too much up into our heads. We want to stay with the energy in the body, but just notice it and invite it to move, to change, to soften with the breath. We're going to do a couple of rounds of 2-pointing as some of this stuff is starting to come up now in you guys. We're going to take the fire fingers on both hands. It's the tip of your middle finger on both hands. Lightly touch only the fire finger. Any 2 points on the body. It can be anywhere. I don't care where it is. Just don't overthink it. So lightly touching point A and point B. Put your awareness at the base of the spine. Breathe into the base of the spine. Expand from the base of the spine, like you stepped into the center of the sun. But I want you to notice this gap between this point and this point. Notice the space. You can draw a line between point A and point B through your body. Keep breathing. Do not hold your breath and do not leave the base of the spine. Now, when you're ready to let this go, we're going to collapse that waveform between point A and point B, that line that you drew into your body. We're going to collapse that waveform by allowing point A and point B to become one single speck. So drop your hands into your lap. And with the breath, a surrendered breath, this means you got to let go on the exhale. You've got to relax and soften on the exhale by dropping your shoulders, dropping your awareness down to the base of the spine. Breathe out. Good. And just let point A and point B morph into one single speck. And as soon as you've got that one single speck, drop it. Drop it down into that pool of water and it ripples out. And breathe. Keep your attention at the base of the spine as you breathe through this transformation. In this work of quantum healing, you're not trying to come up with the answer. You're not trying to figure it out. You're not trying to come up with a solution. The minute that you think you need to come up with an answer, you actually stop the process of transformation. You stop the process of healing because you just went up into your brain. So we got to drop down out of our brain, keep your attention at the base of the spine, and do not leave the base of the spine. There's a difference between the beingness of something and the strategy of something. The beingness, it is what it is. This is the energy of it. It is what it is. The strategy causes you to have to be up in your brain, which slows down transformation. It slows down change, and it actually will bring change to a standstill. And then you got to use brute force to get to where you're going. And that's not a very effective way to create change. So I want you to just stay in your body and be with these energies and notice what happens when you breathe, when you soften, when you surrender, when you stay with the feeling until it dissipates. That's really all I want you to do. Don't judge it. Don't overthink it. Engage it by going into your body. Be there with the experience. Be there with the energy. Feel it. It's okay that it's there. It's okay that you feel that way. It's okay to breathe into it. It's okay to surrender. Keep your attention at the base of the spine or lower, going into higher levels of healing now. Identity and spirit. Who do you get to be now that you're choosing to surrender and release and expand and let this go? Who do you get to be now? I want you to answer that question for yourself. Part of the problem with some people is that if they don't get the chance to intellectualize it and analyze it with their brains, they feel like they've missed out somehow or they didn't really heal it. But that will slow down, impede, and in many cases stop the healing process. When you start talking too much about it, you start going up into your brain about it, trying to process through and make sense of it all, you slow it down. So just be in your body, be with the energy, do some breaths, do some 2-pointing until that energy changes or shifts or moves. So the body is an instrument. It's an instrument for communication. So the body, we can use the body as a way to interface with this 3D world for sure. But we can also use the body as a way to communicate with our spirits and our soul. We can use it as a device for tapping into your subconscious self, if that makes any sense. tapping into even deeper levels than the subconscious, but going down deep, deep into the superconscious. This is divine intelligence. And this is your higher self. These are the true aspects of yourself. So there's many different bodies, there's many different levels, there's many different layers. But just trust me when I tell you the base of the spine is a powerful way. It's a powerful place to process from. Let's see, what else do I have to share with you? If you allow your body to lead and you let yourself feel things in the body and process them as they show up, you will instantly balance the body, the mind, and the spirit. So let the body lead. And you'll process, you'll go into the now. So don't just go there to the base of the spine, live there. Do you have a personal, let's see, oh, someone's asking me, do you have a personal experience of transformation? Oh, I'm missing questions, hold on. If you're thinking who you want to be, isn't that thinking with your head? Partially, yeah, partially. But I'm just asking you to consider, who do you get to be now? And I want you to feel into it more than think into it. I want you to feel the feelings of what does it feel like to be you? You can only tell what it feels like to be you by dropping down deep into your body and existing there and feeling the feeling of you. I'll have to think on that. Personal experience of transformation. Actually, yes, I do. A lot of the personal transformational experiences that I have seen that have been the most dramatic as I've worked with people in my practice over the years has to do with addiction, either food addictions or substance addictions, or even, pornography and stuff like that. When you take somebody through the process of tapping into their higher self and they get really good and they get very comfortable with that connection that they find as they work with you one-on-one, it's amazing to me how quickly a person can let go of addictions that they've had for 20, 30, 40 years that have gripped them, that they, in their minds and in their brute force and in their behavior, they've never been able to resolve. But in an instant, almost, as they learn how to connect to their higher selves and stay connected on a long-term basis, then that's powerful change. And I have seen people literally walk away from those kinds of challenges. Addictions are some of the most difficult things to overcome, but the most transformational experience when you learn to let go. And addictions typically are overcome when a person learns how to tap into their higher self for long periods of time. Discernment. I want to talk about discernment a little bit too before I let you go. How do I know if this intuition is just my mind? If you're living from inside of your body, you know that you know that you know, because your body just knows. Your brain will kind of hijack the knowing and turn it into thinking and analyzing and judging and computing data. And so the beauty about coming from the base of the spine and being in there more than you're not, and really just living inside of your body and dwelling on that internal perspective of who you really are, the beauty about that is that your discernment levels go way up, because your body can't overthink things for you, but your brain can. So it's important that we learn how to step out of our brains and get into our bodies. All right, so now let's just finish this off, and it's 11:11. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth, drop down to the base of the spine. As you drop down into your body, just let go of your shoulders, let them relax. Is any of you guys who notice stuff in the back and in the shoulders and who shared with me where it's coming up for you, are you noticing Did it change? Did it move? Did it get less? If it did not, do some fire breathing, do some 2-pointing, and then come back to it and see if it's now different. So breathe in through your mouth, through your nose, and out through your mouth. And as you breathe out, we're just going to let go of a little bit more of 2022. We're going to let go of the old version of you. As you breathe out, create that wind sound through your mouth. Let go of all of the good feelings now that are coming up. As you have those good feelings of peace and joy and fulfillment coming up in your body a little more, let that go to open up space for more. And can you let go some more? Coughing. Good job. Coughing is a sign of release. Drop back down to the base of the spine and slow down your breathing. Do some more 2-pointing. Release on that ah sound a little bit more. Go deeper. And can you let go of that good feeling even more than that? And even more than that. And can you invite yourself to notice the different feelings in your body? Can you invite your body to stay in this high frequency? 2-pointing, says Shauna, makes me instantly cry. Karen says, I don't feel that deep depression. Good, you've released. So Shauna, the 2-pointing and it's making you cry. So I just want you to say to yourself, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel sad. And go into the sadness, feel the sadness deeply. Let yourself feel it. If you got to cry it out, that's fine. Just feel where you feel it. Notice where you feel it. Where's the heaviness of that? Where's it showing up for you biologically in your body? Where's your body resisting the release? And as soon as you've breathed into that a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper, then just tell yourself, it's okay. It's okay to let it go. It's okay to become someone new. So now, are you willing, as you let go of the year 2022 and you drop it down into that pool of water and it dissolves and disintegrates, and you raise your frequency, you're thinking about more light, just breathing in more light and breathing in more light and breathing in more light and letting that go to make more space, and breathing in more light and letting that go. And who do you get to be now? Who do you get to be now? I just want you to feel the feeling in your body. Who are you? Just calling that experience as we raise our frequency now, calling the I am back into the bones and back into the muscles, into your face, into your eyes, into your throat, into the back of your tongue, into your ribs, your heart, your organs, breathing that I am back in there, and just say out loud, I am. Allow yourself to breathe it in, call it into your body perfectly, raise that frequency. Keep breathing. Now you should feel very grounded and very elevated and full of light. It should feel lighter to you. That's how you know that you've processed what you needed to process. Minnie says, by doing this, it puts everything into perspective. Things that were the end of the world at the time are okay. They are now something that has made me who I am and helped me see where I want to be, who I want to be. Yes, your experiences from the past, that is not who you are. It helps you to awaken to who you are. These experiences of contrast that we're going through is helping us to awaken to who we are, for sure. But who you are is who you are. You just are. So I really want to invite you as we close out this session today to just drop down into your body and go into the beingness. Go into your being. Go into the I am. Good. And just let's create a new hologram of possibility, a new hologram of your higher self. All the things that you want to overcome and see and do and experience, all of the things that you want 2023 to be for you, all of the intentions that you're going to put into that ball, put them in there. We're actually going to do a meditation next week where we're going to, rather than releasing 2022, we're going to create 2023 in this holographic form and put it into our bodies. But for right now, I just want you to think of 2023 as this big, beautiful, brilliant ball of golden, luminous light and infinite potential and possibility. The world is at your fingertips. So shine. And let's just put this ball into our heart center and breathe it into your bones, breathe it into your organs, breathe it into your lungs, breathe it into your heart. Breathe it into the top of your head and down to the bottoms of your feet. And as you breathe out, push that light out, out, out. Good. Someone says, this is such precious healing time. Thank you so much. I'm so fortunate to have these experiences on Tuesday mornings. I get to be a being of love. Yes. You get to be a being of love. Yes, thank you for being here, you guys. Let's go back to this one last time so you can see why we did it this way. These levels of transformation. These levels up here of transformation, returning the energy inside your body to unconditional love and enlightenment, bringing more light into your body and being that light, just being it, will bring more purpose, more spirituality. It will help you to connect to your true identity, how you see yourself and how you think other people see you. You'll be able to speak your truth. You'll be able to exercise free will and choice in a much more governed, self-governed, self-aware, wise manner. Your beliefs and your values and your attitudes will naturally change to reflect your true identity. And you'll be able to step into that feeling of trust, to trust your own personal power to guide you. The strategies and the behaviors then at this point will happen as a byproduct of who you be, this identity. So as you drop identity down, down, down to the base of the spine, then it will actually create the doing. The doing will be a natural byproduct of who you be. And then from there, it will begin to change your environment and the alignment that you have as you walk this planet. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, you'll be able to walk through all of the unknowns, feeling of it is what it is, and I'm okay, I'm safe, I'm stable, I'm aligned. So do you see why it's so important to bring your higher self, this unconditional love and enlightenment, into the inner parts of your body, bring it down to the base of the spine and root it there? And root it there, because this is the area of transformation, but the transformation happens on an identity level, not a strategy level. I hope that made sense for you guys. Thank you for being here. Does anybody have questions before I let you go? Either questions or feedback or...
I have a question.
Yeah.
One of your sessions, you made a comment about, I think it was a word that described something at the base of the spine where the spirit and the body connect. It started with a K, Kundalini. So can you just talk about that just a minute and explain it?
Yeah, I'm not an expert in the philosophy or the art of Kundalini, but it is a philosophy from the Middle East, from the Eastern philosophies of healing. They incorporate it into a yoga practice, but it's more than just yoga. But in that ideology, in their philosophy, they do believe that in Kundalini, they do believe that the Kundalini point is the base of the spine. That is like the seed of potential, of human potential. And so as you drop your awareness down to the base of the spine, and that energy or that life force begins to rise up through the different levels of your being and opens up all of those energy centers and chakras, eventually it will rise all the way up and open up like a flower. The top of your head, the crown, will open up to high levels of enlightenment. And they believe that that is what enlightenment is. But they also believe that that Kundalini point, where Kundalini begins at the base of the spine, is where flesh and spirit meet. And to a degree, we do too, because we believe that in the womb, when a little new fetus is being born, the base of the spine is really some of the very first cells that are formulated, if not the first cells that are formulated as a body begins to create itself through divine.
Yeah, that's where my mind was going, was the creation of the body.
Yeah.
Gestationally.
Yeah.
I think there's got to be such deep significance to that.
Yes. And that's why creation energy in your body is so important. It is so important. Please don't ever shut down creation energy. A lot of people think creation energy is just sexuality, that the rising of the Kundalini energy is about having these sexual experiences that then lead to enlightenment. And that's true, actually, to some degree. We're given these God-given procreative and creative powers to flow through our bodies for an intentional purpose. It's not just so that we can have pleasure and make babies. It is creation energy. It's life force energy. And so if you're shut down sexually or in your creation center, then that energy is going to have a very hard time flowing through you and opening up the other parts, the other aspects of your being to kind of finally experience enlightenment. And enlightenment that's the end goal. That's what many of us in religion see as spiritual ascension, because we're all seeking to get to the place of unconditional, non-limited love. That's spiritual ascension, because unconditional, non-limited love is light, is truth, is creation, is power. It's life force. And so once that life force rises from the Kundalini point, comes up through your creation center and your power center and your heart center, and it's mixed at the heart and balanced and returned to love, then it can open you up spiritually to greater levels of enlightenment and power and discernment. And that's where we're all going. That's what we're all seeking to do. We're just saying it in different ways. Shauna says, how do monks accomplish that? Are they secretly having sex or single people? That's interesting that you asked that, because you can flow Kundalini energy or life force energy through your body. People have trained themselves in Tantra, even Tantra, the Tantric yogic philosophies as well talk about the importance of this life force energy flowing through our bodies. I don't know how we got off on this tangent, but it is important. It's so vitally important. It is very important. And I worked with a woman one time, and she was working on opening up her chakras, and she had a partner that was working on her, and in that session actually ended up having an orgasm and didn't even realize, because she'd never had one before in her life. But she had one because that chakra was invited to open itself up. And so just the experience of intercourse or having sex with somebody is not the only way to open up life force energy in the body. Sometimes it's just a matter of opening flow. And if you can, because where the mind goes is where energy flows. So if your mind is directed into those lower chakras and opening those chakras up, and you're really powerfully directing the flow and the opening, you can do the same thing. So yeah, I'm guessing that's how monks accomplished it. Yeah, but The beauty is that when you share that with another human being, you're sharing enlightenment, the enlightenment of your physical body with the enlightenment of another human's physical body. And it's done through the energy of unconditional, non-limited love. Boof, mind-blowing, and spiritually enlightening. Yes. Joe Dispenza talks about having an orgasm in the heart with deep meditation. Yes, absolutely. The orgasm can happen in all of the energy centers. It can wake up and flow through all, and it's meant to. It's meant to. So when you start learning the process of spiritual ascension, then spiritual orgasm is thousands and thousands of times more powerful than a physical one ever was. That's for another day. I actually do want to have a whole class around sacred sexuality and the importance of allowing life force and creative energy to flow through your body for enlightenment, for ascension. Anybody else have a question?
I do. Okay, so doing this kind of work, will it help strengthen where there's been damage, like deterioration of the bones, and where the body's become weakened, like the lower back? Is there any way?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's super duper.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything is possible. Look at how Christ healed. He knew how to command the individual single elements to return to their state of wholeness as they were formed before the creation of the world. And we can learn how to do that too. What happens is, and we're going to do a class on this in the coming year in 2023, but faith, when you learn to exercise faith upon particles of matter, then that faith can move upon the deep and bring any particle of matter back to a place of wholeness, because it recognizes the energy that is, it recognizes that faith is the energy that created it in the first place, that particle, and it wants to seek for a return back to wholeness or a return back to home. And so it is through the process of exercising faith onto particulate matter that makes up your physical body that allows your body to absolutely return back to wholeness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every particle, every atom, every subatomic particle has the power and the ability to return itself to wholeness, back to where it was before the creation of the world. And think about your body. Your body has been, the particles that make up your physical body have been in lots and lots and lots of other bodies over the thousands of millennia that these particles have been around. Since the beginning of the creation of the universe, the particles that make up your body have been around and have been in plants and animals and many, many, many other bodies and many other lifetimes. And so these particles have memory of where they came from, and they can return to that state. Absolutely. Anybody else?
Thank you.
Janet, real quick, I put in the comments, so there's a lady on YouTube, Christina Lopes. She goes into very good depth about Kundalini energy, Kundalini awakening. So I put a link to her for people. And then also with that last comment about, like, can you heal yourself and like your body and stuff? So I put a link to Joe Dispenza's talk where he talks about how he healed himself after his back injury, or he broke his back biking. And it's all really amazing information.
Yeah, it's all faith-based. It is all about intention, and it's all about faith. So consciousness is what is creating and causing matter to form into whatever it decides it's going to form into, based on your consciousness, where you put your consciousness. We are creating the reality within our bodies and everything outside of our bodies based on consciousness. So in the near future, I've been reading this in the Mentana. I don't know if any of you guys know what the Mentana is. It's a Neeman-Ha record from an ancient civilization, an ancient indigenous civilization, and it very closely mirrors the Book of Mormon, actually. Yeah, Shauna says yes, the Neeman-Ha is wonderful. Okay, so in there, if you go to Manti chapter 4, it's all about healing. It's all about using the principles of faith to exercise faith to change physical matter, the construct of physical matter. And yes, it can be done. It absolutely can be done. That's where we're going. So in this coming year, as we come into 2023, I'm going to help you guys focus on what are the steps, what are some tools, what are some things that I can do to engage this on a daily basis and practice exercising faith. It's not about being faithful. It's not about having lots of faith. It's about the exercising of your faith. And we're going to go deeper into that in the coming year as well. So yes, I can send you a link. I will drop it. Where should I put this? I will put it where I put the replay on my Facebook channel, on the Telegram channel, and on the Messenger chat. I'll put the links there. And then Mike, if you would also put the links that you just shared into the Facebook Messenger chat. I don't know if you're in that or not, or just send it to me and I'll put it into the Facebook Messenger chat. Is there anybody else who I missed that had questions?
Jana, I had put in chat asking if that chart can be shared. I know it's copyrighted by you. Is there a way to buy the chart from you so I can, I want to share it, but I don't want to ruin, it's copyrighted. So
yeah, I will send it to you. Just send me a private message. I think we're friends on Facebook. So yeah. Go grab me on Facebook, shoot me a message, and then I'll just drop it into the Messenger app and send you a copy.
Okay, thank you.
And if anybody else wants a copy, I'll send it over to you as well. It's just a part of our Greater Life, Greater Impact program. One of the really great healing tools. All right, you guys, I've kept you way longer than I intended to, but this was a great way to end the year of 2022. If you want to, you can go back and watch the replay of this and do it over and over and over multiple times. Create that little hologram, put your stuff in the ball, release it, let it go. Anybody else?
Thank you, Janet.
Yeah, thanks you guys for being here. Have a blessed rest of your day.
That was life-changing. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad that you guys were here. Thank you for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Take care, everybody.